Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. We are doing a one-shot series for Cthulhu Dark. My name is Jordan, and I am the game's director.
My name is Aaron, and I am playing Jason Dalton.
My name is Jeremy, and I am playing Marsden Phoenix.
My name is Jeff, and I'm playing Darius Millson.
My name is Ellie, and I'm playing Bonn, Bolton.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all for joining us. So, all of you are going about your normal activities. We'll go ahead and say that it is a Thursday afternoon, or Thursday morning. And, you wake up. I'm assuming, Bonn, since you're working with Jason, you're probably not included on this, but he'll probably bring you along anyway.
Okay, yeah.
But the three of you, Jason, Marsden, and Darius, all get an email. And it's from your friend, Adrian Garner. Basically, it says, "Come quickly, I need your help. There's something strange going on here in Henrico, and I can't figure out what's going on."
All right. I accept the mission.
He says something strange going on.
Correct.
Honestly, Marsden would have to reply and say, well, I'm kind of suspended at the moment.
Oh, so you have all the free time.
Okay.
So yeah, I would, since he specifies that something strange is going on, again, my associate, who is better at the strange than I am, I would probably get my junior friend Bonn, Bolton, and bring them along to the party.
Okay.
Bonn's 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you arrive at Adrian's house, and it's in a suburb of Richmond, and it's a rather pretty house. It's got a couple stairs up. It's got a wraparound porch, gray siding on the house. He's waiting for you on the porch. He's like, "Come inside. Come inside." So you all go inside.
Mm-hmm.
These have been popping up all over town. Nobody has any idea what this is about. It's just bizarre. And sitting on his coffee table in his living room, there's a squarish package type of thing covered in like a drop cloth or a sheet. And he goes behind it and he pulls it off, and it's an old cathode ray tube television.
Okay.
It's not a larger television because they had them that they were like,
Yeah.
They were had built into like a cabinet.
Yeah. And this one is
12, 13 inches.
Yeah, it's about 13 inches tall. So it's not huge, but it's just sitting there and it's not plugged into anything.
So you called us over there because of a television?
It was left on my porch last night. Yes.
What a weird thing for someone to leave on a porch.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. And it's not like I was the only one. There were like 50 TVs left on porches last night.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I already told you, I'm currently not working at the moment, so you might want to actually call in to report this. And who are the rest of these people?
Hi, my name is Darius. Darius Millson.
Marsden, and he shakes his hand.
My name's John.
John. And Bonn. Shouldn't you be in school?
You kind of...
Work study.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Work study.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's with you, John?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you need all of us in on this TV?
That is an excellent question.
Well, John is a fortune teller, so he should know things about the paranormal.
Work study?
I mean, mediums need help too.
What is this public education system coming to? It's, fortune teller is qualified as work study.
I had a free period.
All right.
We do the paperwork.
He signs me out.
Okay.
Oh, Darius,
Yes.
do you teach Bonn in any of your classes?
I am Bond's history teacher.
Okay.
Sorry about that report. I'll have it in soon.
Better be on my desk tomorrow morning.
And my real name is Jason.
Not John?
No. My name is Jason.
Why would you give somebody a fake name?
Because you look like a cop.
Technically, I still am.
So why would I give you my real name?
By the way, Adrian, my mom says hi.
Well, that's not awkward.
We're still on for dinner tomorrow?
As far as I know.
Cool. Let's figure this out first, and then we can...
Adrian, what kind of convoluted ring do you got going on here? You got
I didn't know that
a student and their teacher and their work study person, and you're rolling me up into this thing?
I have no idea.
When I already told you what I got going on right now.
I have no idea who this
I figured you needed
psychic is.
Fortune teller. I'm not psychic. I read
I'm
the future.
just pointing out that the answer to my first question was only surround yourself with people helpful to your goal. So, this is why Marsden is not liking this situation right now.
Marsden, do you trust me?
I mean, so far you have put nothing...
I've given you good information in the past, and
Yes,
you've given
you
me
have.
good information in the past.
Yes.
Isn't that enough to go off of for right now?
For now, yeah. But this looks very sketchy. Especially if you got
You're not the only one it looks sketchy to.
Mr. John, whatever your actual real name is, Jason, doesn't want to tell a cop his real name. That's sketchy.
I agree.
Bonn was raising his hand.
Bonn raised his hand.
I feel like I need to
If
when
the
I'm in your
teacher-
presence.
Not now, Mr. Bolton.
Yes, sir.
Right. Am I being pranked? Is
No. Well, no.
Are you being pranked?
That's a good question.
Bonn, if you have something to say, you are with me for now, so you can speak your mind.
Well, it's just that I remember this TV being in my father's apartment after he left.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me some dice for that?
Okay. Just one.
Nope. We're going to say 3 because this relates to your father. So that's part of your occupation as a pizza boy because your father was a pizza chef. And then also, you're going to need some insight for this particular.
Okay.
yeah.
5.
It's a 5, so you get
But
a lot of
it's
information.
higher than the
It's your
inside.
first roll, though.
So you got a 5 as your highest die. That means that you're going to discover everything a competent investigator would discover, plus something more.
Ooh.
So this is indeed the television that you had in your house when your father was still alive.
That specific television.
Yes.
Is there some kind of marking on it that it could be anybody's television?
There's a crack in the corner that you had accidentally put in when you had been playing with a toy airplane and you had been running across the living room. You had tripped on the carpet and you had fallen. The plane had flown out of your hand and hit the edge of the screen. And so there's a very distinctive crack along like the top left-hand corner. There is something else. There's like a weird smell. Something you
Coming
would
from the TV?
Yeah. It actually kind of smells a little fungal.
Does it smell familiar?
You mean if it smells like a button mushroom, like from your family shop? No, because you rolled higher than a 1 on your insight die.
Mm-hmm.
You flip your insight die to the number 2
Oh, so we're going to keep our insight die at our insight.
at your insight number.
So
Okay.
you
So-
recognize this TV kid.
Yeah. It's the one in my dad's old apartment above the pizza shop. See that
Okay.
crack? That's
mean-
for me.
Old TV. So what? I mean, someone got it from a pawn shop. Something.
I don't-
Why is it left on your porch?
Thing is, I don't remember giving it away.
So you're saying this is the TV that was currently in your apartment?
Well, after my father died, we put everything into a storage unit.
So
your
someone,
mom did this?
your mom, was it like some kind of
My mom
suitor
is
gift?
bedridden. She wouldn't.
Oh my
No, I mean-
gosh.
You said that your mom is bedridden?
Yeah.
So who else has access to this storage?
I mean, I guess I do.
Are you about to arrest him, officer?
No, I'm off duty.
What's with the interrogation?
Why am I here?
That's a good question. Why are any of us here? This is a television. It smells a little funny.
Well, there's still something else I need to show you.
Okay.
An old VCR? Betamax?
Laser
No.
disc.
Well, that's a crime.
Adrian goes over to the computer and opens it up, and he pulls up some video footage. He had recently got himself one of those fancy new doorbells that has the camera built into it.
Ring.
Yes. He opens up the website that shows the footage from it, and he pulls it up, and there's a man, at least a masculine-looking figure, wearing coveralls, who comes up the lawn, kind of lurching from side to side, holding the television in his hands. And on his head is another television.
Out of game, this actually happened.
It did.
And not just once.
Like all up and down, like it was a whole street or...
It was an entire county.
Yeah, it
Like-
was an entire county.
Over 50 televisions were delivered. All of these numbers and everything that I'm giving you, this is legit information.
This legitimately happened.
I've seen the video.
Yes.
It's like a creepy TV Santa.
As he's looking at this video, he's like, this is ridiculous. This is a prank.
Go ahead and roll me 3 dice. Do you want to help, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll your 3 dice.
Okay, well, one of them is a 6. So
I rolled 6, and my insanity die is 5.
you've got...
Insight die.
Yes.
Well, insanity die. Yes, that's another way to put it. So the numbers that you get, the ones that you count, are not your insight die, right? Or is it insight
So you're
die?
looking to get a high number.
Whatever
or
the
you're looking
highest
to get
is.
a number,
Whatever the highest.
the highest number on your die. But
Including the insight die.
including the insight die. But also for your insight die, you're trying to make sure that it's under the number that you have it previously set to.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
Yep. Not for a 1.
Of course, you guys don't know this listening in, but Jordan has given us one of his dice as the inside die. And we know he doesn't roll 1, so...
No. No, so I did roll a 1 with his die earlier, so we're all 1'd out. Now the rest of them will be above a 1.
Oh,
They'll all be like 6s.
Of course, mine was a 6. So. All right, so yes, my highest die is a 6, and that's obviously above my 1 as an insight. So
Yeah.
6 is a good thing, though, as far as gleaning some information.
On a 6, you discover all that, plus you get a glimpse beyond human knowledge.
So it also says this probably means you see something horrific and make an insight roll. Does that mean he could have to roll insight a second time, depending on how disturbing whatever he sees is?
Now, because of what you've been looking at this point, I've made you roll the insight die. If you weren't rolling, if you were rolling 2 dice or 1 die, that wasn't the insight die,
It would make a difference.
then that would make a difference. But
Okay.
in this instance, we'll
Okay.
go ahead and rule that you don't have to roll the insight die a second time.
But I still go up to 2.
That's
on
correct.
My insight. Okay.
Same.
So we have 3 people at 2.
My highest was a 6.
I'm the most sane.
I beg to differ.
Out of this group, you're probably the most not sane.
He's the least civically responsible. There's a difference between that.
Yeah,
and
okay. Oh, 16-year-old pizza boy, responsible.
He's making money and taking care of his sick mother.
His bedridden mother. Pretty impressive.
All right, so I got a 6, Jeff got a 5.
No, I got a 6.
Oh yeah, you did. We both got 6s.
Okay, so
You get 5 is on your insight.
when you help, you go with the highest roll. So you got a 6, and because you're the one who was initiating it, all of a sudden you have this out of body experience where you are standing on the lawn barefoot. It's pitch black outside, and you can see Adrian's porch. You're standing across the street. And lurching up, lugging this giant television, is this individual who can't seem to walk straight. And their head is just encased in another television. It's 2 televisions. He's dressed in like these dark blue coveralls that you can see like as they lurch through the light. And coming out of the sleeves of the coveralls and out from underneath the 2 television are these tentacles. Fleshy pink kind of tentacle. You can smell him from across the street, like just this nasty dead uncle smell. And it lurches up to the porch and puts it down and turns around and lurches toward you. And it's just making this noise. And all of a sudden, you're back in the living room.
Marsden's going to stand up and he's like, oh, hold on. I need some air.
Okay.
If you want to continue the discussion, let's take this outside. Because, I don't know. I need to get out of this place.
Okay.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. Too much, structure will do that to you.
Darius is just giving each person as they talk a more, like, what are you saying look. Each person is saying something more and more ridiculous around me, and I'm just like, what? What? What?
Have you talked to any... You said this has happened to other people. Have you talked to anybody else that this happened to?
Yeah, I have. And some of them have called the cops, and the cops came along with a box truck and gathered up a lot of the TVs. I don't know. I couldn't shake that something weird was happening with this. And, since we did our last, investigation together, I just thought that, you would be someone that would be good to call, and who better to investigate than a cop, and a cop that I trust. And, Darius knows so much about the area, and we would spend all this time, in college talking about, local folklore and everything that I thought he would know.
This is the first time ever hearing of this kind of thing, though.
So did everybody really just stay inside?
I haven't left the
Okay,
TV yet.
Okay, yeah. He's going to walk across the yard and see if the vision's lined up.
They do.
Marsden would come back in, and be like, if there's something strange going on with this TV, why would you bring it inside your house?
So that I wouldn't have to give it to the cops that I don't trust. I mean, who knows where these TVs are going to wind up? They could be taken anywhere and then used again for the same kind of thing. And I had a bad feeling about it. I didn't want to take this one away.
I mean, do you not notice the smell that's coming from the TV?
I mean, that's one of the things that kind of teed me off that it needed to be looked into.
Well, let's get it out of the house.
Before we do that, have you tried turning it on?
No, take it out of the house first.
Do you have an outlet on the porch?
Yeah, there's an outlet on the porch.
Okay.
So who's going to pick it up?
I got it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your human die and your insight die.
Sir, are you sure this is going to be okay?
It's a TV. It's a cathode ray. They'll be all right. They don't blow up or anything.
Not very often.
But sir...
I got a 5.
Yay!
You go up to 2.
So when you pick up the television, it's a lot lighter than it should be.
Oh.
And you hear something kind of scritching on the inside.
Like, organically?
The thing's empty. I shake it. So why was the guy on the video acting like this was so heavy? It's empty.
Well, let's get it outside. Let's open it up and find out.
See what's in here.
Open it up?
That's what I was going to do.
There's something alive in here.
Bonn begins stress eating.
So, take it out to the porch. Actually, to the yard.
Front yard? Backyard?
Yeah, front yard. Front yard.
Okay. You want to open it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, a cathode ray, you pretty much have to lay it on its front and then unscrew the back.
Yeah.
So, with a drill or an electric screwdriver.
Okay.
Ask Adrian if we can get one of those.
Yep. Adrian has one in his garage, so he'll provide that to you.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do the honors?
I'll leave you to it.
I'll stand over here.
You've got it in your hand. Go
I
ahead.
mean,
All right.
You don't want to make your work-study person earn their credit?
It's not what Bond's good at.
Okay.
So, should I roll for my human die?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for your human.
Make sure I can actually unscrew the back of the television.
Make sure
Oh, 6!
you're competent enough.
So now that would trigger the roll of your insight die.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
Roll again.
4.
So that means you got
So
to
I am now up to 3 on my insight.
Wow, we're halfway there.
Just chimes in the background.
Car drives by and that's just playing on the stereo.
So you open up the back. It's weird looking. You've never seen anything like it. Where the bunny ears would be on the inside of that, like the top of the casing.
Mhm.
There's like all of these wires and coils that are just hanging there that look like they would attach to something. And one of those was swinging loose and was hitting on the edge of the thing. And it's like coated in blood.
Oh. Is there anything else in there?
No.
No.
But you feel like this wholeness rushing through your body you've never experienced before. It's like fingers are reaching into your mind and just slightly pressuring in the places that would make you want to move so that you would get up. Just start walking.
Does everybody see this inside of the TV?
Yeah.
But only Jason is feeling.
Correct.
Marsden's gonna be like, yeah, Adrian, that looks like blood. You're gonna have to call this in.
Okay, fine. I'll go ahead and call it in. But I don't think that we can just drop it. I think that, they're just going to stick it in the back on a shelf somewhere and just leave it where it is. But I think, look at this. I mean, if there's blood in a television, we got to figure out what's going on here.
Well, if this has happened all across to other people, obviously somebody has opened up other TVs, and the department is going to put an investigation team on this.
I don't think this is something your people are going to be able to handle. You don't feel it? There's something weird.
I agree. I think there's something weird that's been going on the past couple days here.
I'm going to turn around and kind of walk off towards the edge of the yard.
I agree with the police officer. I think that you should call this in.
Well, I already said I was going to do that.
Okay. It is a very odd inside for a TV.
Wasn't there before.
Did you look inside of it before?
I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be there.
That's fair.
Mr. Dalton, I'm just getting a bad feeling about this. I honestly think we should listen to him.
To which one?
Marsden, that police officer guy.
I'm inclined to not be around this thing at this point, so good call.
You seemed so eager just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Marsden, you see what out his phone is actually looks like he's texting somebody.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your insight die.
Just the insight.
Just the insight die.
3, which ups it to 3.
You're as crazy as I am.
What happens on 3? Nothing, right?
Yeah, you wish. This is me messing with you.
Well, yes, of course. Would you like to know what he was doing?
Yes.
Actually, he was texting his partner, asking if anything else weird happened to him, since something weird just happened to him again.
So, your phone is not hooked up to like a television network or anything like that. So it's very odd that lines of static start going across the screen. And as you are typing your note, it just starts deleting itself. Like you type in, is anything odd happening around? And then all of a sudden it's like, is anything? It's like the letters are deleting themselves as you're typing.
Cocks his head sideways, looking at his phone, types a little bit faster, tries to hit send before it goes away.
If phone starts to actually smoke. It's got a bad habit.
Just can't kick it.
You are in Virginia, which is tobacco country.
Yeah, true. Wait, does it get hot at all, or is it just smoking?
Just smoking. Out of the base where the like the speakers are, and then also out of the earpiece
he's going to be like, whoa, 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 and set it down on the ground. And be like, what the heck is going on?
Do the rest of us see it smoking? It's a valid question.
That is a very valid
Yes,
question.
it's valid, but you just... Oh my god.
We didn't have to say it. We could have just, validated and be like, whoa, what's happening with your phone?
Go ahead and roll a human die
No!
and an insight die.
No!
4s.
So you go up to 3.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy.
Because your phone
That would've
starts
been-
smoking too.
Oh my! Pulls it out of my pocket. Why
So,
on earth is this
Is
smoking?
this something that everybody is witnessing, right?
Mhm.
So I guess Marsden, seeing that a second phone is smoking, he's like, everybody get your phones out of your pocket. Something's going on. Look at this.
I don't carry a tracking device.
Gosh.
You wouldn't, you weirdo.
Kid, I know you got a device. Come on.
Bonn pulls out his phone. Oh, snap! Drops it to the ground. Who did this? What's going on? Continues to eat his food.
So, what are you working on now? Pringles? Or...
Caramel popcorn.
Okay.
Mm.
The phones, they just smell like hot electronics.
They're smoking.
Have you ever smelled like an electrical fire?
They're smoking.
Okay.
So there's no smell?
odor. It's
Correct.
just smoking.
Okay. Not that I think I would notice. I can just see you all standing around your smoldering phones. Serves you all right.
Them tracking devices are coming back to get you.
I'm gonna pick my phone back up.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably not. It's not a good idea to have that in your hand when it's smoking. Something is not right with this area.
The area or the phone?
Creepy TVs, guys lurching back and forth, delivering TVs with blood on the inside. I would say this is the area and not just the phone.
Delivering TVs. You know, I had a TV repairman come into my mom's apartment last week.
Go ahead and roll to see if you can remember their name.
All 3.
Just the 2, not insight. 6?
Mm-hmm.
You can remember the name of the TV repairman. Howard Ellis. Ellis Electronics.
That's a 6 though, so doesn't it trigger something?
Stop talking.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
You remember that Mr. Ellis, when he came out to see you, was talking about all of the different televisions that he had to go and repair because things had been breaking all over town for no apparent reason.
Did he happen to tell me how many TVs?
Nope.
Or what locations he was going to? Or if he stayed in town, downtown?
He just said he was really busy going around fixing all the televisions.
Maybe we can talk to him about this. Maybe he knows something. I mean, I have his number, but I can't call him.
Well, none of us can call him.
You got a phone, Adrian?
I mean, I have my landline.
Yeah. I mean, first you
Still
should be
have
calling.
one of those.
First, you should be calling
The long cord.
the actual police to come and pick up this TV so they can do proper investigation on it.
Are you guys all moving back inside?
No, I'm telling Adrian he should go call the police.
Okay. I'll call the cops, and then I'll call the repairman.
You can just tell them what you know after we figure it out.
Well, considering that now my phone is a part of the scene, I'm going to stick around.
For the people you trust to show up.
I'm just trying to help, man.
So Adrian goes inside to make a phone call.
When Adrian leaves, that's when Jason's going to kind of walk back over.
Gathering around a pile of smoking phones.
Do you have anything you want to say, or
Nope, just stand there staring at the smoking phones.
Yeah, this is a weird day.
Mm-hmm.
Not as weird as your history classes.
Eh.
Did I say that out loud?
Think what you will.
That's a good rule for life. Think what you will.
It's not always correct.
Where'd Adrian go?
He went to call the cops.
You know, what he should have done to begin with.
Yeah,
Instead of calling us all here.
He did call the cops.
not officially.
I still don't think they're going to be able to do anything, but it doesn't hurt.
Do you have any idea of how to make this better? Since you don't think the police officers can do their job properly.
I think your turn of phrase of make this better isn't quite what we're looking for. So, where did the parts from inside this television go? Do I recall if there was a tamper seal on the back of the television? Yeah, like electronics come with. Like
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a single die.
4.
Yeah. So there was a tamper seal that had been on there.
I don't know if you noticed, but I had to cut the tamper seal to get into the television. That means those parts disappeared without this being open.
I mean, since they've been removed, get somebody that's going to put the seal back on.
Or put a new seal on.
They're from the factory.
I'm sure you can.
That's why you guys can't fix your iPhones. Those little magic devices that you have there on the ground. That's why I won't touch them. Part of the reason.
Hey, mine's an Android. Sorry.
Yeah, mine too.
Android isn't any better. You still can't go repairing those. That's what the tamper... you know that little thing that changes color when you keep it in your pocket for too long? It says whether it's under warranty or not.
What nonsense are you spouting?
Yeah.
That little purple strip inside your phone.
I've never taken one apart to find out. Never needed to.
Precisely. So those strips, though, they can't be just replaced by anybody.
I'm impressed that you know this much about phones.
So it's a little bit of made-up stuff along with a little bit of real stuff.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's like a true conspiracy theory. I like this.
I mean, if I had a phone, I would just pull up Amazon and show you all the different things that you can find and anyone can purchase on Amazon and get delivered to you same day.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some...
Like a label maker. Or a sticker maker.
I was going a little bit more, actually.
Buy, like, versions of the stickers themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, so a tamper seal isn't just a sticker. It's got, like, this foil print. So what happens is when you peel it off, it leaves a trace. So you can...
Why do companies put a tamper sticker on? What's the point of it?
To control you. So you can't open it up and do what you want inside of your thing that you just paid money for.
It's just Marsden is going to shake his head. All right, now I'm going to go get Adrian. He walks into that
Control
house.
you, man. Went full hippie. It's a conspiracy, man.
You walk into the kitchen. You can hear like a beeping tone coming from the phone. Just like a disconnected signal. You see Adrian sitting on the floor, staring up at the ceiling, like the pupils of his eyes just constricted down to a tiny little dot in a sea of brown. The phone is sitting on his lap.
He's going to walk over in front of it and snap his fingers. He's like, Adrian. Wave his hand. Adrian. He's going to rush back out. Since he doesn't remember anybody's names, he's like, hey, teacher, professor guy.
Yeah.
Head next door. Call 911. Adrian's like catatonic in here.
Wait, what?
I run to
What's
the
wrong
next
with
door
Adrian?
neighbor's door and start knocking away.
Bonn, if you want to, you can rush inside.
I'm gonna rush. Bonn rushes inside.
Okay. And you see the same thing.
Marsden's going to actually go and like check his pulse and do all the first aid stuff that...
Okay.
Adrian, you were supposed to make dinner tomorrow night. Wake up, buddy. Hello?
Oh no, Mr. Stark, no, you can't die. Where are you?
Bond's just gonna realize that it's no use, and he's just gonna sit down in disbelief and just...
The phone is still...
Bond's gonna put the phone back to the receiver.
Marsden was like, don't touch anything.
Once you pick it
Why?
up... Once you pick it up, even before you like have a chance to put it to your ear, you can hear echoing through your head this sound. Ha! 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 Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Bone Throwers Theater. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bonethrowerstheater. You can also look us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.